Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Prolifick Profiles. I'm your host, Alfonso Todd, and we're here with Miss Ellen Griffith. Hey, Miss Griffith, how you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Great. We're here talking about a serious situation when it comes to the caring place, and what we're doing is we want to find out exactly what's going on. We've seen it in the newspaper, and we're hearing about it like bits and pieces. But before we get into that, I want to first of all say thank you for taking the time to come into Prolifick. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So for those who don't know what the caring place is, explain to them.
We're an after-school program and a full summer program. We have entrepreneurship, mentoring program. We have a soul food restaurant with this connection with our entrepreneur program that teaches the kids how to run a business and customer service, and also some culinary skills. We have after-school program. We feed all the kids after school, and then we get right into academics. We have our own curriculum, as well as we help the kids with their homework.
Well, awesome. And how long have you all been around?
We've been here on Hamilton Street for 17 years.
Wow, 17 years. So I know you've seen a lot of young people come and go, and I'm sure you've probably seen quite a few of them grow up to be fine young men and women.
Well, I see a lot of kids coming and going is the issue. They come back.
Yes.
Some of them don't leave.
Right. And you know, and that's a good thing. That means you're definitely having a great influence on them. That's not a bad thing. So I know that, like I said, there's been a lot of speculation, unfortunately, and we did see a newspaper article, and you know, there tends to be some confusion. Could you, there's been a lot of misconceptions about it. Could you explain to us exactly what's going on?
What is the misconception?
Well, there's been misconceptions according to the Morning Call in regards to people think it's just a cut and dry situation, and it's not. They're thinking that, oh, well, she's being foreclosed on because she didn't pay her mortgage. And these are things that unfortunately are not being brought, and the people need to know. And this is the reason why we have you here, because we feel like yes, other media will give a side of the story, but they're going to tell it in a way that will sell papers. We need to know exactly what's going on. We want to go to the source, and that's why we wanted to have you come in and talk about it.
Well, as far as the Morning Call, they've done the best that they could do because of the story is so intertwined with a lot of people, and it's kind of complicated. So I'm going to try and straighten out the best that I can. We had a mortgage lender that had filed foreclosure because our mortgage was sold to Waco, Texas. They didn't want our mortgage, and we were not in the position to file to refinance, because we're still building our organization back up from losing the grant in 2010. So we were paying our mortgage and things, but they didn't want our mortgage. They wanted us to find another place. They said, we're going to force your hand at this. We're going to file foreclosure. They just threw a number in the air and said, okay, this is what you owe. I had to go to an attorney, which was Matt Crossless. And so while he was doing the litigation and filing the paperwork, his employee, Sean Gainey, and his mother, Connie Gainey, created a company called ELG LLC. They then purchased my mortgage in the middle while we were doing this straightening out of this foreclosure that was brought to litigation. What happened was they realized, the courts realized that they couldn't prove that I owed anything, because I didn't owe anything. And in the meantime, the two people that were on the complainants were VFC and also ELG Realty. So they both decided to file the foreclosure. They lost because I didn't owe anything. So that didn't satisfy ELG, because they wanted the building. So when they became my lenders, they did not give me any paperwork. I didn't know where to send the mortgage. I didn't know what to pay. I didn't know. They didn't even say, hello, we're your new mortgage lenders. How I found out was through VFC saying, don't send my mortgage to us anymore. Here's your new lenders. That's the only time we received an email, do not contact ELG at all. So if you can't contact your mortgage lender, how do you pay them?
All right, so before you go on, let me get this straight. So it was never about you defaulting.
No.
Because that's what's on the word. They're thinking that you defaulted. So you never defaulted.
In the newspaper, it states I did not default because they ruled against it, because there was no paperwork.
Right. So you didn't default, and it was because the beginning mortgage company was saying they just didn't want to do business anymore. It's something that happens all the time. Where we wanted to transfer, you sending us the money, and it wasn't like other situations where we didn't have the money. We're just selling the bill somewhere else.
Yes. That's
okay.
correct.
And so here you are now, getting a new location or getting a new mortgage lender, which was, you said, the ELG.
No, they weren't not. My lawyer, Matt Crossley, decided to create the company.
They created it.
Only, and it states in the paper, we are the only real estate venture they've ever done. And it was created 3 weeks after he decided to be my lawyer.
Wow.
So now they purchased it. And in the newspaper, he states that he did not know anything about this. Sean Gainey is on his website. He has his email, as is stated in the paper, as well as he shares a suite, 203, in their building.
And he's stating that he didn't know, he didn't know, he didn't know.
And even if he did know, as a business person, if you have an infraction if one of your employees has an infraction, you discipline them and you fire them for something like this. To this date, he is still working.
Wow.
And that's 2 years later.
This is 2 years later. So, okay, so now here we are, and like you said, this has been going on for literally 2 years.
Yes.
Now, why is it dragging? What is causing it to go? Because you said you've won in court. You've had so what's
correct.
causing it to drag on so long?
Because we are an agency that is still building. We don't have a lot of funds, but it's important for us to stay open. So we do whatever it takes to stay open and basically try to maintain ourselves. They know that, so they're keeping us in court, and with litigation costs money with the lawyers, and therefore if we run out of money, they get the building, because now we're in default, claiming we're in default, and also now we don't have no one to represent us, and then that's how we get that's how they get the building. And understand, this whole thing has been going on because, not because they wanted to restructure. Restructuring is up to me as the mortgagee. Yes,
that they had mentioned that in the paper about saying how you rejected the restructuring. But what most people think is that, okay, because depending on how you read it in the morning call, it was saying that, oh, well, we tried to restructure the loan, but she rejected it. But from what you're saying is,
restructuring would have been detrimental to our organization. It's up to the mortgagee to restructure. We were going by our last lender, and the lender before them, and the lender before them. If you have a house, you'll know your mortgage is sold many different times. At any given time your mortgage is sold, they just say, welcome to our company. This is who you pay, what you pay, the date you pay, and you pay. Excuse me. And so when they decided to take over the mortgage, I didn't know who they were or how. It just happened that the name fell in my lap, and I did some research online, and it was very clear to connect the dots. As a mortgagee, I didn't have to restructure the loan. I just had to pay my mortgage.
Right. And
by them wanting to restructure, that would have been detrimental. Once again, we would have been in default, and we would have had to, they would have had to definitely foreclose. So I chose not to restructure. I just wanted to pay my mortgage. They have never accepted a payment. It's in escrow, and to the date it's still in escrow. At any given time they can come and take their money, and it would be fine. That is not how they wanted to do business. They don't want the money, they want the building. The building the value has gone up so much, and by the end of the revitalization of the downtown NIS zone, the building will be worth a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And understand that I feel being not just religious, but believing in God, that we were there by design, not by mistake. Right. And so therefore, when it was a blighted area, people didn't have a problem with us educating minority children and being in there. And but now it's becoming a lot harder to educate these children, and to have no place to go, because how many organizations are still in existence where the mom and dad does not have to pay.
Right. And that's something that we wanted to emphasize to our listeners, that the caring place is exactly what it says. It is a caring place. And, you know, Ms. Mary, you know, you understand, you know, this is an iconic structure. People know. I've met, you know, I mean, 17 years is a long time, you know, and you've done a lot of great work, a lot of great programs. I mean, it's definitely something that needs to be here in the Allentown area. Now, as it's dragging on with the, you know, with this litigation and everything, what is going on? What are you doing now to fight the situation?
We have until Thursday to answer to the next litigation that they put upon us, and that is our acceleration of a foreclosure, meaning that it's something that they can do quickly without having doing a lot of paperwork. But I have good attorneys, and they are working hard on it, and I know it's going to work out. And you have to have faith.
Right, and then you have plenty of faith. As long as I've known you, if you didn't have anything else, you've had faith.
Yes.
Yeah, this is great. Now, what can we do? I mean, you know, like I said, I'm glad that you came in today. It's like I said, it's both an honor and a pleasure to have you, and you were able to give the truth about what's actually going on. And what can we, as supporters of the caring place, do? I know I've been a great supporter. I think I've gained like 20 pounds because I supported you so much with the soul food restaurant. But yeah, what can we do to assist you? Because we definitely don't want to see you go away. What can be done?
The number one, most important, is pray for us. And the specific prayer, we are asking that someone comes and pays our mortgage off. That's what I'm believing in. If you would like to join us in our gathering in front of Matt Crossley's law firm, we are doing this on Thursday at 12 noon. And also we are going to gather in front of my mortgage company, which happens to be Connie Gainey's home. Sean Gainey, which works with Matt, he also lives there. And we're going to gather there. It will be a quiet protest with signs, but so that they can recognize unity. And you have strength in numbers, and that's what we need. We need numbers to show them that, you know, we're not going to go away, and that this is a community building. This isn't just my place, my business. This isn't. I never felt that way. This is about the kids. This is about the community. We just don't do kids. We also have somewhat of a food bank, but we give clothing, we give coats away. Last year we gave over 2,000 coats. This year we haven't counted our numbers yet, but we're close to that number. We work closely with Warm Coats, Warm Heart program, and then we do whatever else it takes to help people. So it's not just a kid program, it's a community building, and therefore we are asking you to come out. And also on our website, there's a donation button. You can go on our website on www.thecaringplace.org and donate money for our legal fund. You're more than welcome to do that. So there's many different ways you can help, and we'll greatly appreciate anything that you can do. But also get the word out is also important.
Awesome, and this is what we're hoping that we're able to do here on Prolifick. radio. Right now we are streaming live, and we are going to be saving this and recording this and putting it out for other people to hear this on a daily basis. We're also video recording this. I want to give a shout out to Darren Duncan of Arima Multi Services. He's doing it, and we're definitely going to put this video out because you have been there for us, so we definitely need to be there for you.
Thank you.
And that's important. That's important. And before we go, one more time, how can they, where can they donate? What's that website again?
www.thecaringplace.org.
And also, and I'm saying, and I know we have a lot of people who are always saying they want to go out to a peaceful protest, because you have a lot of people who say they want to get action. Well, this is your chance. Where can they come out and join you for your peaceful protest?
At 12 o'clock, it's 2030 Tillman Street, Matt Crossley's office, and at 1213 Devon Circle, and at 4:30, excuse me, and we'll be there. And it's you're going to see it's a residential area, so understand that our mortgage is in someone else's home. So we're not going to cause a scene or noise because it's not right for the other people in the neighborhood. We just want to show the Gainies that they can't get away with what they're getting away with, and without having people notice.
I got you. Can they, what's the phone number to the Caring Place if they want to get information? Because maybe they might want to meet you at the Caring Place and follow you over.
The easy number is 610-433-LOVE, but it translates into 433-5683. Awesome.
Once again, Miss Mary Griffin, thank you very much for taking the time for coming on. We really appreciate the fact that you came on and shared this with us. I know it's a personal situation, but at the same time, it's something that really needs to be spoken about, and we as the community need to come out and deal with it. So once again, we want to say thank you. We appreciate you taking the time to come out on Prolific, and again, it's been an honor and a pleasure. And for all of our listeners, we appreciate you for appreciating us. Make sure and stay well, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.